Good morning, Pride League. As you could as you could probably assume, I'm not too excited about this video. I mean, it is what it is. Your boy is 0 and 3. The Texans are even worse at 0, 2 and 1. Football has not been kind to us thus far. However, there is still a glimmer of hope. There is still a chance that amongst the ashes the embers may glow and a phoenix may rise. This is probably more likely for me than it is my Texans, but there are still embers, and there is nothing stronger than that of hope, gentlemen. Nothing stronger than that of hope, and that is our key takeaway for week 4. Let's get right into the nitty gritty. I hope everybody's had a pleasant September. It is almost over. We're almost in October, gentlemen. Let's look at what happened in week 3. Now, my picks, ooh-wee. If there's anything worse than my freaking team, it has to be my fantasy football picks for this league. I can't believe it. I think I got one right. One right? That's not right. Anyway, let's we've got disabled vigilantes going up against unfuckwittable. And as you can tell, unfuckwittable, any team that plays me should expect their players to go off or at least enough to beat me. Not to mention, you can expect me to have over 100 points on my bench that I don't utilize. That is a safe thing for you. Playing me is just, this season has been topsy-turvy. But like I said, I think we're gonna change some things this week. I kind of got a feeling. But let's move on. I don't want to spend too much time here. Good job, unfuckwittable, in beating me senseless. Moving on, we had Classy Strippers going up against Agent Smith, and I definitely had Agent Smith edging this victory. I knew it would be close. Classy Strippers definitely pulling out the win there. Dynasty Sage going up against Dunder Mifflin. Again, my urge to pick Sage is high. And I went against my own assumptions, my own assertions that this will not be the same Dynasty Sage from a year ago. Oh no. I know that Dynasty Sage is competent. We'll just leave it there. He's competent this year. It is proven to be a little bit more tricky. We'll see how long this lasts. But Dynasty Sage, another X on the column for me in trying to pick this one lock. Hollywood Cole Brothers going up against the Boss. This was my lock of the week. If you're gonna go by game day morning, I kind of knew that the Boss was going to put it on him, if you know what I mean. And then we moving on. We got Stacking Yards in ADP. Yeah, I went with ADP. I'm still riding high on ADP. I think this was just a matter of product placement, essentially. Well, we're not hopping off the ADP train just yet. West Coast Giants versus Griffey Cakes. I mean, Griffey Cakes, DeMarcus Lawrence. This is stupid. I can't believe that they didn't want to. I guess Micah Parsons holds so much into the game plan that they'd rather have DeMarcus Lawrence beat them than Micah Parsons. But, I guess you got to pick your poison. That defensive line ain't terrible. So, well, Griffin Cakes gets on the board. Dub. Whoa. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub going up against Bull City. And this should have also been another lock. But Wubba Lubba Dub Dub's players decided to go on hiatus. They're like, we put enough points in for the first couple weeks. We don't need to put in no more points. Oh, Bull City's going to beat us? Oh, fine. Sorry about that. Saquon. But yeah, so it's the picks were terrible. One for 6. 1 and 6. Add that up. I think we're 7-14 for the year. That's a 33% win rate. I think it's safe to say I don't know shit, boys. Right now I'm kind of lost. I feel like a trash bag floating in the wind, just going where the breeze takes me, gentlemen. But we're gonna try to get better. We're gonna try to become a little more judicious with our picks. We're gonna, kind of picking willy nilly. That's not working out right now. So I'm personally gonna see if I can remedy this. Anyway, that's your week in review. Your week 3 in review. But it wouldn't be a week without highlighting our fantasy stud and our fantasy dud, right? So let's start with the positives. All right, our fantasy stud is none other than yours truly, Griffey Cakes, champion, gracing us with his presence on the stud column. Woo! You know how I go, right? Woo! So Griffey Cakes. I mean, granted, this is the first time this year we've had a stud that hasn't, eclipsed the 300 mark. But that says a little bit about the league, right? I mean, we kind of tempering expectations a little bit. Injuries are starting to come around. We're going to see how this pans out when we get into those nitty-gritty bye weeks of week 9 through 14, boys. I'm telling you, that's when a lot of players are going to be gone. But it's part of the journey, right? Nothing is clear cut. Nothing is ever easy. Griffey Cakes showing that he will persevere. And then we got our dud, Hollywood Cole Brothers. Not a great showing. Didn't eclipse the 200 mark. He'll be the dud for week 3, but I think the team is not. As he had a lot of bench points, kind of like myself. I think once the season starts to settle, and I don't know, I have a personal habit of being on the toilet on Sunday morning and just going through and tinkering and seeing what it looks like, and then trying to envision what the stars might align for some high flying points or whatever, and it kind of bites me in the ass every time. No pun intended on the toilet. But I don't know what the process is. I think that's like 2 owners over there, so I don't know what the process is like over there, but we'll see. Hollywood Cole Brothers dud. Griffey Cakes stud. We can go ahead and clear that out. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't the worst Dudley performance. It wasn't the best Dudley performance, but it gets us into our power rankings, gentlemen. Now, some of you might be upset with how this is going to transpire. Week 3 going into week 4. I would like to reference a comment made in the Discord by Unfuckwittable, wondering if Disabled Vigilantes would put himself last in the power rankings where he belongs. Bruh, don't get me started about where we belong. Your boy has faced Titans in week 1 and 2. And in week 3, faced a Titan in himself when he didn't know who to start. That is not the power rankings fault, and that is not what it's here to judge. It's determining the strength of that freaking fantasy team going into the very next week. The week 4 power rankings. Know your role, Unfuckwittable. Unless you want to become a guest on this show, we can do battle. We can do battle about what this is. I know you just beat me, so you feel like you got a little swagger in your step. But just mind your P's and Q's, my boy. This is my segment. And let's start with Wubba Lubba Dub Dub dropping the number 3. Still a fantastic team. definitely gonna make some waves. He is my rival. I expect him to step up. We got the boss now sitting at number one with stacking yards right there behind him. I mean, when you don't lose, you tend to be a strong squad. And, you know, the reverse goes the same. When you don't win, you tend to be at the bottom of this chart. And that's myself included. I'm 0-3. West Coast Giants also 0-3. But I got to tell you, boy, after your boys trade, I'm going to miss Kyler Murray. And I never really got to see D-Hop in fruition in, you know, the entirety of his stay on my squad. So I think it's time to let that guy go. But either way, A.J. Brown, what can Brown do for you? I know what Brown can do for me. And I'm kind of itching to see what it, well, you know, how it comes to fruition. And then we got the cheetah. For this league, players like that, A.J. Brown, monsters to bring down in the safeties or speedsters that nobody could catch. We're talking about 40-plus yard touchdowns from Tyreek Hill, and we got goal line, red zone looks from A.J. Brown. I expect to see a significant improvement in my wide receiving core, bar none. So, you know, did I give up a quarterback? I gave up Calamari? Sure. Who knows? The guy may even be on my team in the upcoming year, right? You know, I couldn't franchise tag them both. I had to try to see what I could get for either or. Now, if you boys want Josh Allen, you're still going to have to come at me correctly. It's just not feeling the urge to sell anymore. Not old Joshy Allen, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. You never know how the season may pan out. Your boy lose 3 more games, go 0-6. It might be time to pack up the ownership and you know, find a new city, relocate, right? You know, no, might change it from disabled vigilantes. I mean, I'm not used to not making the playoffs, so maybe in this Dynasty league, maybe I would need a whole different persona. I don't know. Time will tell. You know, get the fans in the seats. You know, get the concession stands going. You know. Disabled Vigilantes is gonna make a push. We are 13 on this list for a reason. It's because we are strong. So, all right, I've kind of ranted and rambled, much like as you probably expected. But the changes aren't too big. No major swings. People rose as they won. People fell as they lost. But I didn't do too much of a serious tumble. I think my pickings, you know, I kind of want to see how this settles real quick. And the cream will rise to the top. My picks will get better than 33%, I assure you. So that's the power rankings. Let's get down to what we're all here for. Who is going to win next week, right? We got week 4 preview, gentlemen. Now let's take a look. We've got Dunder Mifflin going up against Disabled Vigilantes. And who do I have winning this game? Your boy, Disabled Vigilantes. Go ahead and lock that up. That is the upset of the week. Yeah, we're going to get those boys in Scranton a little run for their money. Even though he's got a bona fide quarterback starting now, I think we still got a little bit better in the skill position. So we're going to make this happen. Go ahead and lock it up. Disabled Vigilantes with the dub. We got Agent Smith going up against Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. And how do I feel that Wubba Lubba Dub Dub will bounce back? How do I feel that Agent Smith will continue or bounce back from his loss against Classy Strippers? I'm giving the dub to Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. Yes! I gotta believe that Wubba Lubba Dub Dub's team, we'll see. I'm kind of curious to how this rib situation going on with Herbert, and the easy pick would have been to pick Agent Smith. But I'm going to go ahead and say that your boy is fine. Those ribs, get some ice baths in him, and take that cortisone shot, he's going to be performing admirably. Wubble up a dub dub for the victory. We got Dynasty Sage going up against Griffey Cakes, and I want to pick Sage. So I'm going to pick Sage. Dynasty Sage beats the former champion, or the reigning champion. Let's go ahead and get that Dynasty Sage a victory. We got the Boss going up against Bull City, and this is another lock of the week. The Boss going 4-0. He is going to be the horse to beat this year. Let's go ahead and give Boss victory there. Unfuckwittable going up against those Hollywood Cole brothers. And does Unfuckwittable continue his streak? Does he continue to even things out? Yeah, I think Unfuckwittable beats the Hollywood Cole brothers. That's a pretty good matchup coming off of me and then going to Hollywood. Yeah, I see that happening. Unfuckwittable gets that dub. West Coast Giants going up against Stacking Yards. Unfortunately, I got West Coast going on for Stacking Yards. Go ahead and put it on the books. Another 4-0 team. This will be an interesting. When we see the Boss and Stack, it's gonna be an interesting concept here. We're gonna see what happens. But and finally, last but not least, we've got ADP going up against those classy strippers, and I'm picking Redacted. I'm picking ADP to knock off co-commissioner classy strippers there. Those are my picks. Like them or love them. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I'm 33%, not doing very well. This is 33% is pretty low, gentlemen. So I need all of my picks to step up this week, including myself, so I can right the ship. Let's get this back. Let's get this. Let's go for a clean sweep. Let's get all 7 of these right. You with me? Let's go. You with me? All right, so we're going to be 14-14 starting week 5, and we're going to start fresh. Let's go, team. Let's go. Everybody. Hope everybody has a great week. We got a London game coming up. Woo! Be prepared for that. I know some of you guys are, not on the greatest time zone in the world, Central Time. But so you better be prepared. I mean, let's get it right, get it tight. But yeah, that's it. Closing statements. Everybody, hope you have a wonderful week. At the exception of those boys in Scranton, Don't y'all got some paper to sell? Anyway, I hope that covers your fix for the week. And I'm out. Peace.